What happened to the fantasy of your childhood mind? Running through medieval forest in your backyard, yeah. All the times when you would fly away just to escape all the demons that now live within your mind, all the demons that now live within this state, yeah. What happened to the fantasy that will keep us alive? Child, no influence, when the man climbed inside, you escape yourself to conform to all the evil lines. Oh, I had a bunny rabbit friend. He was 9 feet tall. He lived in a hole in my backyard. He lived just to help me get on. My parents humored me. Society was just too strong. I denied my friend to this very day, and that feels wrong. Yeah. Child, no influence, then the man climbed inside. You escape yourself to conform to all of their lies. Come on, I can still picture Mr. Big Bunny like we met yesterday. I fear I cheated us and wish he could have stayed. Oh, so I praised imagination to bring him back to me. He was the best friend I ever had. My 9-foot bunny and me. Come on. Child, no influence, then the man climbed inside. You escape yourself to conform. You escape yourself. Whoa. Just setting up a couple last minute thingies, and then we'll get to talking. Into the fantasy of your childhood mind, running through medieval forest in your backyard, yeah. All the times when you would fly away just to escape all the demons that now live within your mind, all the demons that now live within this state, yeah. What happened to the fantasy that will keep us alive? Child, no influence, and the man climbed inside. You escape yourself to conform to all the evil lines. Oh, I had a bunny rabbit friend.
Gonna get to some talking.
that feels
Talking about the arts.
yeah.
Not my farts.
Child, no influence. Then the man come inside. You escape yourself to conform. All of their lies come home. I can still picture Mr. Big Buddy like we met yesterday. I fear I cheated us and wish you could have stayed. Oh, so I praise imagination to bring them back to me, He was the best friend I ever had. I'm not
The bunny and me.
child, no influence.
Then the man climbed inside. You escape yourself to conform.
Escape yourself.
Conform, to conform, to conform, to conform, to conform. Realize, 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 realize. Hello, hello, world. Beautiful world, how are you? I'm Bertinel. This is Create Stage. And we got some good news. Today, we just released a couple hours ago our first tutorial ever. So pretty stoked on that. Got several tutorials in the mix. This is a motion capture tutorial. I've been talking about it the week before last, and it's going to be a 3-part tutorial, and it's going to go deep inside of my brain as an artist, how I, the steps I take to accomplish this, that, and the other. Take it or leave it. It's my perspective. That's pretty much the long and short of that. What other news we got? The Wizard and I are working on a really cool tutorial for a guitar pedal. A famous guitar pedal called the Rat. If you play guitar or are into rock music, you might be familiar with this iconic pedal. So I have one, and I'm not particularly a big Rat fan. I've recorded with them before, and I use them from time to time. I have one from '85, and interestingly enough, I don't remember how I got it or when I got it. It was in the past decade. I picked it up for a normal price. Apparently they're worth like up to $1,500 now. But mine has an LED light in the top of it. Now, even to this day, Rat pedals don't have an LED light to tell you whether the pedal's on or off. And, when you're going to click a guitar pedal on, you're like, bam, da na 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 na, do 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 do, ba na 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 na, do 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 do. When you're live and you look down real quick to see of 10 pedals you might have out, or even 2 or 1, there's usually an LED light that indicates that that guitar pedal is on, and you are aware of that Yesu sound, but sometimes a little light helps. So, but it never worked. It was just there, wedged in the, clearly a custom job. It's a little off center, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to build a Rat pedal from scratch, because there's a very simple designs, and the Wizard has just an endless amount of information about this pedal and how it relates to the Marshall JCM 800, which is really cool. So I don't know if he realized it until he looked at the actual circuit, and sure as shit, it's critical part of this amplifier and other amplifiers. So that's really interesting. So we're going to talk about the Rat. We're going to talk about the history of the Rat. We're going to talk about we're going to teach you how to build a Rat. And so that's a tutorial that's also in the line. As you know, another tutorial that we've been working on is for the 500 series mic pre kit builds. Those are, I am actually building a 500 series kit with the guidance of the wizard, and he is basically my security because I can't screw up, and if I do, he'll be there to tell me right away. So I'm soldering and compiling this kit. We're also going through the steps as to how to build this kit. We found that for this particular manufacturer, they don't have the most direct instruction kit out there, right? Some guys, some companies have. It's incredible the way this kit comes organized in all these little bags with this instruction manual you can download, print out, if you will, put it on your iPad, sit it right there in your tablet, computer, anything. But this kit's a little weird because there's a couple older kits. So basically what we're doing is we're organizing all the information. We're giving what the wizard's take is on how to adequately build this kind of circuit for everything from to how to easily access certain parts. And it's just, for the most part, we're following the kit instructions that's out there. But there's a couple things that we've upgraded. And there's a couple things that we've changed because the steps make more sense the way we're doing it. So that's another tutorial coming up. More artist interviews on their way. So I'm thinking, since the Green Dude universe, okay, Green Dude was just a concept for an NFT story. I wanted to make an animated character that was non-binary so I could have some examples in some storylines to point out how ridiculous it is to judge people of different anything, right? We're all different people. We all have different likes and dislikes, and doesn't matter where you come from or what you favor. You're a beautiful, equal human being to me. Doesn't mean we'll get along, but I respect you as a core human being, and there's not There's not enough of that going on. I'm not going to get too political, even though I could. That's not what we're here for. But I do want to do and give back to the world through my art. And that's a very important thing to me since my mother passed just a year ago, that I need to give back, and I need to do it in a way that, this is very comfortable for me, and sharing my love, I guess. And while I interpret this fucked up world in this crazy universe and all these unknowns, what sets me at ease is the creation of my art. What makes the most sense to me is this path that I'm on, and I would like to share that with as many people as possible to potentially enlighten or inspire, So anyways, that's where the Green Dude concept kind of came in, and trying to figure out some kind of character. But now, since I started to develop this process, is kind of turning into the Green Dude universe. So that's why I keep referring it to the Green Dude universe. If you've seen some of my everydays, there's a spaceship on there, and that spaceship is the spaceship's name is Travelby. It's an AI, an ultra conscious AI that actually has the entire history and knowledge of the world to date, because we are at this point in their universe, the human beings are extinct. Green Dude is the last remaining human being in existence, and Travelby is an ultra conscious artificial intelligence that has all the knowledge of the world. But fortunately, they have some super high-tech stuff like time travel. So Green Dude needs to go back in time to our current day and try to figure out what happened with the tipping point, because we're already in the tipping point. This is the storyline to our extinction as the human race, right? So anyways, that gives you a little taste. And so I'm doing the motion capture tutorial is specifically about this project and why I need motion capture for this project. I'm acting out all the parts as Green Dude, and so I'm going to take you through this creation for the Green Dude series to the best of my ability. I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to be able to do the motion capture portion, which is a 3-part tutorial, and then the third one will be me starting to implement it into Cinema 4D scenes that I have already designed, combining other scenes, some redshift action going to be going on. So that it'll be pretty in depth, and you'll be able to not only see my process, but potentially I can show you guys a couple of things if you didn't know or were curious about, how to get something done in 3D animation, motion design, motion capture, audio recording, and drinking beer. Just kidding. So that's pretty much the long and short of the tutorial update. I still got to film the third part, which is going to be the Cinema 4D implementation. But the first part focuses on a single infrared Connect to, I think they call them the Connect 1, but it's the second Microsoft or Xbox Connect infrared camera that they made. They don't make them anymore, but you can get these cameras for $30. And you can get the connection kit for the PC for $23 on Amazon. So that's right, 30 plus 20, you got $55-$60 shipped, let's say, to get a camera and the device you need to connect it and power that camera to the PC. And then you're controlling any model, possibly a model you design or possibly something you downloaded, but it's doing what you want it to do for whatever, your video game, your augmented reality, any possible scenario. And this works for all different softwares, pretty much for the most part. Once I get into Cinema 4D, it's going to be Cinema 4D and Redshift specific. We might do some Octane stuff, but that's interesting. I haven't even thought about that. We could actually do this all in Octane, because I've been doing Redshift stuff a lot. Octane's got some really hot new stuff going on, and that would actually be kind of fun. So maybe that'll be a learning experience for me, because I don't have as much experience in Octane as I do in Redshift. So we could kind of go down that road together. And, I'm on YouTube University half the time in between projects, figuring out this, that, the other. It's just how we do. It's part of the job and necessities of a motion designer or a creative technologist that also does motion design, which I am. So we are waiting on Mr. Travelby to get to the studio, and then we're going to do a live jam working on that song that we started to write. I believe that was 2 weeks ago when Travelby and I started the jam. The difference is I have everything in the garage mic'd up, bass, guitar, and obviously drums. But I'm also, for the first time, running a signal direct off of my audio rig and the other across the room there. You can see it in the side. So we're going to give a direct feed from my monitors instead of what I've been doing is just having this kind of open. I've got two condenser mics, one in front of me and then one at the other end of the studio, kind of tucked away to catch, that sound. And when I walk around the room and I'm doing stuff, I'm sometimes yelling, so, I can be heard. I kind of like that vibe because even when I'm playing my monitors, you can hear the monitors, and maybe it doesn't sound as good as sitting in front of the speaker, but you're still kind of part of the room, part of the vibe. So that's been the vibe I've been going for, and I'm going to continue to do that. But what I realized is how much cooler it would sound, A, if we were direct piped into the monitors instead of the monitors coming into this microphone, and B, it's just, an upgrade in this whole setup. It takes time to kind of figure out the exact pipeline. When it comes to the OBS, we've got 3 different cameras right now. You can see the one with the 16 by 9 foot projection screen is the live room. And then the control room, the audio control room is just over there. And I'm sitting at the motion and graphics and design, video, animation console. Okay. So we got 3 cameras, and I've got a 24 channel Universal Audio Apollo rig for the audio for the recording studio. And then I'm just running this little Focusrite 2x2 for the broadcast, which I'll need to upgrade, but it's been a really satisfying device. I have to give Focusrite some props, because when it comes to the audio gear, I guess you'd say I'm almost a snob, but ultimately there's such negative connotations with snobbery. I think or elitist. It's just, I know what I want, and I want to rely on gear, professional gear. And some companies that make prosumer products, they're not that great. But I have to say, this Focusrite thing, it's a gem. I wouldn't use it in a professional setting. Well, I mean, I wouldn't base my recording studio around it, but I've thought about it. I've thought about bringing it with, and I've actually brought the Focusrite because it's $200. So if I lose that, I mean, sure, that sucks. I'm out $200 in an interface, but it's not $3,000, for one of the $2,200, $2,500. They're expensive. The UAD Apollo 8-channel rigs, and I have so. That's my thought on that. And like I said, so I have traveled with the Focusrite 2x2. What is it? It's right here. I'm so bad with names. Scarlett 2i2. Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. So as I've was saying, I have traveled with it before, and I did bring a couple mics just in case. I usually bring a guitar, nice acoustic or something when I'm traveling. So I've definitely been ready, and if I recorded something, I'd use it in production, So I don't want to, I guess to some degree, when you use a really cool, affordable piece of gear and you wonder, like, why am I spending so much money on these? Well, these are supposed to last a decade, and they're upgradable, and they're very well made. And these little guys are just a much lower, version of that, but they're still pretty quality. So I don't know. When it comes to creating music, just work with you can. Do some research. Hit the Google machine and buy what you can afford. And so, we'll probably do a shootout one day with all that, because we got a lot of audio equipment here, and that'd be fun. So back to the point of what the setup is here. I've got a 24-channel snake that runs from this room here into the other building where the live room is. So that's how everything's mic'd up there. And then I'm going from OBS from this Scarlett 2i2, and I'm bringing one mono output from the Apollo rig, the Universal Audio Apollo rig, to the other channel, the 2i2. So that's pretty cool, right? I was testing it a little bit right before we started, and I don't know. I didn't quite dial it in time to press the go button. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let's see here. Call the travel bee. Where you at, buddy? Hope he answers. Okay, let's talk about mics. I think this is the Dragonfly I'm sitting in front of. I kind of like it. It's a blue Dragonfly. Or no, it's not the Dragonfly. It's the baby bottle. So I got the blue baby bottle here. And I like it because it's a decent little condenser mic. I honestly have never used it on too much. I just kind of inherited it. And it's such a cool little mic. It's got this mini pop screen. So I've been using it as the go-to broadcast mic. And it sounds pretty good. But I haven't compared it to anything else. I do have two Dragonflies, so two blue Dragonflies, a stereo matched pair that are over the overheads for the drums. And then using the Beta 52 on the kick drum and the I always use a 57 on the snare. At least either the top or the bottom. The rest of that I experiment with. We use a lot of different microphones here. We also, what I've been messing with for the past couple of years a lot is the Slate SL1, I believe it's called. And that is a condenser, studio condenser microphone, cardioid microphone that actually has a pretty interesting software package. So it comes with the mic pre. You buy it with the kit, comes with a mic pre that Slate designs. It's a very clean, flat, no bullshit, not too colored, just simple mic pre. We've actually had to fix one, so we've taken apart the circuit, and it's pretty solid. It's pretty simple. It's easy to build, kind of thing. But it's also it's just that any like well put together mic pre. Like I wouldn't even question if it sounded good through the Focusrite 2i2. I'm sure that's just fine. It's got an air button here that's supposed to give it like I don't know, like tone, extra tone on the pre's. So you press the air button and it kind of flavors your sound. I haven't really researched too much as to what it's supposed to actually do to the signal, but it does affect the signal, and it's kind of like you got your 48 volts, you got your gain, and then if you want, you can press the air button, and it's like, oh. So here, let's do a test. All right, right now, the air button is on for this microphone. So air button on, air button on, air button on. Air button off, and the air button is off. So you tell me, what sounds better? Air button off or air button on? I don't know. I'm going to have to review this video and let myself know. Okay, so the Slate VMS one, virtual microphone system. It's the VMS one. It emulates vintage tube and capsule microphones, famous ones that sound pretty awesome. And I've heard some shootouts. I've never done a shootout. I could do a shootout. I just haven't. And the thing I like about it is you plug the mic in, you plug the pre in, the pre goes into your interface. So in this case, we would have to turn off the mic preamp section of this pre, because you want to go pre to pre. And then you record, and when you're recording, you have the Slate virtual microphone rack or something like that. It comes with the software, and that's in your channel. And you get to toggle through these microphones that are. Well, shoot, I could show you guys right now. Let's do that. All right. Okay. All right, so we're in Ableton Live here. We're going to go up to plugins. There you go. It's called the virtual mix rack. So I'm going to drag that and you hear. Now, currently, I haven't re-upped on my slate. They have a really good, like $15-20 a month. You can have like all their plugins, and they all come in this. A lot of them are utilized in this virtual mix rack, but this is the important part. And this comes with the microphone. All right, so drop a classic tubes in there, right? So this is the UA47. This is Sony 800. It's a Sony microphone, I believe. It's another Universal. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what they are. They are not. But my point is this. So let's say you record a vocal track with one of these things. And at that point, you can literally just click on the mic, listen to the track back, and, add the intensity. It's just kind of a curve, maybe, as to how much of the mic is in the mix. It's hard to say because this is like they're digitally like reproducing these algorithms to run, a similar sound frequency reaction. I don't know. Maybe I'm not describing it accurately enough. But anyways, my point is, you're listening back to your track like, oh yeah, and then while you're just got it on a loop, you can just click through these microphones and instantly hear the different tone, which is great. Because whether I'm a little stuffed up like I am today, or it just, my voice changes throughout the year from time to time when I'm trying to do a vocal track, and everybody sounds differently. Everyone has a different delivery. So it's been interesting for me to kind of pick and choose, even putting it on a guitar or a drum overhead. So anyways, that's been a fun experience. And a very productive tool. I have 2 of them, and I have yet to try that in stereo overheads. Maybe ABM, we'll do that one day, ABM with the Dragonflies. Because, those Dragonflies sound so good. Yeah, so what we're doing is we will be down here in the live room jamming away, and then this will be going on. You know what? Before TJ gets here, I might just go out there and it's going to take a minute, but actually, you know what? I did download the app. Let me see if I can even function. I downloaded the app for Splash Top for the iPad, and I've got some shit to talk about then, but everything else, my problem with this is I pay for the Pro. I don't know, it was $100 for the year, which is great. And so, I've got a full list of the computers that I can access. And so I click, which one am I going to end up? Let's say oh, shoot. One problem, I don't think you can have multiple, you can't be accessing multiple computers from the Pro business. Anyways, my point is what I wanted to be able to do for a tutorial is tap in from my desktop with Splash Top to the iPad, and then just basically use it as a screenshot. They don't do that. They do it, but it's $17 a month or $200 for the year. So I don't understand how I can control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably up to 10 machines all over the city and country, right? And literally just tap into like, a GPU server if I need to, right? And I could do that and control that, or, work. When I'm on the road, I can use my Razor and tap into this computer's, system, which has got, some 2080 Ti's in it. RTX 2080 Ti. So, very powerful, accessible system. But when I want to control an iPad, it costs me $20 a month. It just doesn't add up. It's like... So anyways, that's my gripe with them. I'm going to run downstairs. I'm going to press record on the... on Ableton. And that way, I'll have to run back and forth because I don't have access like I want to at the moment. I have the Mirror and a couple other Ableton Live controllers from here, and they work very well. And I'm on the same network, so you need to be on the same network, and you can pretty much travel around your house or studio and control live, trigger stuff on stage. It depends. On stage, I would suggest bringing your own router and doing that because there's interference, and even then. But I've never used it live, but I could see it being very effective live. So I have those, but I haven't set them up recently to all the new stuff, and it's relatively new iPod pad. Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go skip ahead of this jam. Where we at? Now I'm navigating. Oh, just let me get. Just let me get past that. Oh, there we go. Oh. See, this is one of my gripes with Splash Top 2. It doesn't let me. Sometimes the mouse control is just crazy. Like you go to adjust something slight and it's like wah, 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 and there's no way to like even fine tune it. At least that's happened to me a couple times. So I'm gonna go past this last jam that we did. Press record, and I'm gonna go run to the live room and just start setting up some guitar amps and trying to get some levels. So this way, even though I got to run across the property to get to this, at least I'll be able to see. I'll be able to come back as I'm recording it and see where the signal's at, and then adjust it, relative to how loud or soft it is. So we'll go do that, and I'll be right back. I don't know if you can hear me, but I got fire. See? Stop that. Well, that's no good. Oh, man. No. Dang it. Okay. Like I said, redo. This time I'm going to grab a pick. Ah, nice. That looks pretty good. I could turn it up some, but came through. Let's see here. You stop. You play. Once we switch to downstairs, I'm going to turn this mic off because you're hearing that in the loop, but... All right, I think that's good. Let's set up the bass. Okay, bass is going direct box out from that cabinet, that amp peg, or I forgot what we got down there right now. And it's going in through 11. That's going into channel 14. Yeah. All right. So let's go dial that shit in. It's good to get shit tuned up too. You know what? I got the right tuner right here. Where you at, TJ? Mr. Travel B? What's your ETA? Okay, so we got the guitars tuned. We got amp sounding pretty good. Bass, we got to run another little mic checky here. See if we are getting our bass, and if we are, to what degree. Okay. We're getting there. Woo! Okay. Did that record? I think it did. Yeah, let's see how that sounds. Obviously, it could come way up, but see what I mean? Holy shit. I'm just gonna go to the actual audio machine because we gotta work on that. Where we at? Right, so damn, that sounds fucking awesome. Just gonna turn that way up. Oh yeah. That did sound kind of cool with the whole room though. Yeah, that sounds fucking rad. Okay, so you guys can kind of hear me while I'm down there. Oh shit. Well, I did confirm that Travel B is probably 10 minutes away now. So we're just gonna sit tight. I think everything is dialed in and ready to go. The only thing I'm gonna do is shut this mic off when we're downstairs. Or actually, I don't have to do that. I could just turn the monitors down. No, I'm going to shut this mic off. I'm just going to turn the gain down on it. So I don't have to worry about any kind of odd output settings that might be going on there. I forgot that I changed the mic pre on the kick drum because I was having issues with another mic pre, and I never got a sound check for that. So I'm going to go do that again. Another sound check right now. Yeah. All right. Press record. And we will go do a quick Okay. Back again. Let's see how that kick sounds. Oh, fuck, it's loud. Loud and proud. Oop, let's stop the recording. Drums sound awesome. Now we just need another guy. My neighbor, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm live right now. I'm on a broadcast." He's like, "Can I help?" I'm like, he's actually a drummer. I'm like, "Man, no, it's too late." So I'd have to tell him what I need help with. Then I'd have to show him how to help me. And then he could help me for sure. Because I don't have to run up and down stairs. We could just talk on the phone. He could, whatever. He could play the drums. So, yeah, but it's funny. Greg's a good guy. All right. So we're minutes away from Mr. TJ. And I think we'll do a little, how you doing? Or maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll just fucking go straight into jam mode for a minute. So, I mean, if anyone's watching or going to be watching, there's not much going on. I'm doing my best. You know, it's one of those things. These live broadcasts are fun, and I get to talk about everything that we got going on. And now that we officially have some tutorials coming out, we're trying to up our game as far as, you know, content, right? Because we want to offer you guys what we got, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fine tuning and finding the time to do this outside of other work responsibilities. But it's been so rewarding. I was telling my partner the other day, I'm like, this is my perfect life. Be able to, you know, do this, create live and show people while I'm making content. I don't know why. I think because with this platform, with the Create Stage platform, I'm trying to give the world like a broad picture of what we do here. And there's so much more stuff once we get into like construction and studio, recording studio design and building stuff. Like there's so much shit. So I've been pushing myself to manage all these different things and to have them happen somewhat simultaneously. So there's a show, right? So it's just been a huge creative and artistic push, which is just fucking rad. So I'm very thankful for that and thankful for this opportunity. And I'm thankful for anybody who stops by, says hi. Don't forget to like, follow, and comment and let us know your thoughts and desires and questions and whatever. Just don't be too mean, because then I will just ignore you. But it's a slow build. We just started 7 weeks ago doing the live stuff after in and around doing 32 days of everyday animations with live music. So just getting started, just starting to sharpen whoosh, 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 our tools. All right, I'm gonna play a little music, and then I'm going to make sure everything is dialed in finally. Just so you guys know, everything that we're doing here in this channel is original. It's our intellectual property. It's our original content. Music I play at the beginning of the show, or if I play music right now, I'm only gonna play my music that I own and have the rights to. So, A, be respectful of that, and B, like, support local artists, get out there, buy a t-shirt, buy an album, buy them a beer, anything, and that's the exciting thing about the non-fungible and crypto world, because there's just so much more access to cool art, and there's so much more access to cool community. So we're excited to be, rolling in the everything. We're going to do a social token, a Create Stage social token, and start hooking that up to our viewers, and just kind of seeing where it goes. I mean, I think we're going to put together some wallets too. So for people who can like win a wallet, then you just take your wallet and change the password and shit. I mean, at that point you could learn how to get your own wallet, just transfer all the funds to it. You don't have to use the wallet we build or set up for you. But I think it's kind of an important step to onboard someone into the crypto decentralized NFT landscape. Get them a wallet. Put $10 at Tezos in there and point them to where they could buy shit with Tezos. It's just, once you get people started, they instantly start to understand how this decentralized economy works. So, all right, so I'm gonna play some tunes, and then we're gonna be jamming soon. It's gonna be awesome.
Going down and I get up off the ground.
And we're back. Welcome back. Mr. Travelby is downstairs greeting the lady. And I'm just going to update him and whoever's hanging out, everything we got on the tabla. And then, yeah, we'll get to it. What's up, buddy? Have a seat.
Hey, y'all.
It's definitely taking you a minute to get your shit together and get over here.
Dude, are you kidding me? You're lucky I'm here now.
Ballet, four ladies.
They're all ballerinas, dude.
Oh my gosh. So okay, just
Four ballerinas.
Yeah, just to update you, I've got drums and guitar and bass mic'd up. I tuned everything. I got levels for everything. So we're good to go. We just go to jam.
Yeah.
You know, you want to switch to the bass, it's gonna all record.
Yeah.
And then we can literally, what I was thinking, if we have time, is we could jam a little bit and try to get something, and then we'll just take those parts and kind of organize them, like, you know, take them from the recording and kind of organize them.
I like what you were saying about. I mean, as far as like the narrative goes, dude. So we got like this concept called "kick the can." I don't even remember where it came from, but it's a money riff, and it was from our last hang. And
which we broadcasted on Facebook.
Yeah,
right?
it had something to do, well, you couldn't hear it because it was just the drums or whatnot, but we got the riff. So yeah, to like spend some time today to cultivate it, to develop it, and as much as we can do to, like, you know, evolve it, whether that's like, you know, getting some bars and copy paste and bring it up here.
Yeah.
Since like whatever we want to do.
Right.
It's all
I think
it's all good, but it's a money riff, and I think it's like, in today's political climate, I mean, what the fuck is going on in the United States right now? I mean, let's kick the can. I mean, we're going to shut down the government. We're going to roll back abortion rights for. I mean, this is just incredibly irresponsible behavior by so many people in power. So we're gonna.
Agreed. I was just like,
this could be an anthem to channel.
I can't. I'm so sick and tired of reading an article or seeing a news clip or something, and I'm basically watching spoiled fucking teenagers argue at a playground. And it's just like, these are our national leaders, these are our lawmakers, and this is,
they're not
like,
qualified to do anything.
Like a fucking 8th grade like playground argument. It's that weak, and I'm just sick and tired of it.
Yeah, well, we don't need to take
I said earlier,
anyway,
I'm like, I could get into politics, but I'm not going to get into
we're
like,
not need to get into politics.
That's not why we're here.
I think people need to get their asses into politics, though, because this is a shit show. I mean, the hypocrisy of telling a woman what she can do with her body, and then in the meantime, you're so worried about the life of some undefined person living inside that woman, let alone like the NRA, like, you know, we just shoot people every day, and that doesn't, you guys don't have any problems with that. So you guys are a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. It's a confusing
it's
time.
Very frustrating because you're wrong.
It's a confusing time.
These people are wrong. Okay. So we got a riff. We got anything
else?
Else?
You remember the song?
I think so. There were 2 parts to it.
Ding dang, boom, dang, boom, bow, na, boom, bow, na, boom, na. I mean, we can kind of listen back to what we got here.
Yeah, let's see what happened. Is this from last time?
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'll be just. You can stay here.
Sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Don't play that one.
Are you all tuned weird?
No, it's just I'm letting it rest. I have to probably get the neck reset, so I've got it like trying to leave it that way with I humidify it. You see that like cello fucking humidifier?
Yeah, I see you got something going on.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm gonna bring it to Fretworks next week. Okay, so yeah, I think we could start here.
Yeah. Alright.
Shut up.
No, I got the knees like
One, like, three on it.
yeah, that's sick.
Alright. Wait, let's see this. Maybe this last jam has more.
There's a chip we did. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is the change. Sure. There's the riff, and then there's this part. It'll come back into the riff.
I don't remember that being the other. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Just so.
It'll go right back to the riff. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Well, I just want to review a little bit more because.
Cool.
I just remember like the muscle memory of the whole.
Yeah.
That's what I've been like vibing on lately. Is just like this meditative state to like
totally,
recall the physicality of parts.
Yeah.
And then I'm
you
even
gotta
like, sort of time traveling now
Yeah,
to like
dude.
think about what the mechanics would be and to imagine before I've even done it what it feels like to do it, and then I'm like, holy fuck,
dude.
this is exactly
the
what I
coolest
thought.
thing in that kind of realm for me is like I'll find a song I haven't played in 10 years, right? And it just pops up and like you're carrying that. It's hooked on your chair. You just slid it. It's all right. Just okay. So like, and I'm like, I don't remember how to fucking. I'm like, oh yeah, that song's awesome. And I sit down and I'm like, and once I kind of go into it, and that next chord, that second chord happens naturally, and then you just find it real quick, and it's like that you're tapping into this like ingrained thing that happened when you wrote the song. You know, it's like this travel, dude, this journey.
No, that's
So any other interesting art or music related news in your life before we...
Oh man, I think the biggest news is the Beatles documentary. I know you were like, fuck it, I don't care, but man, I watched that whole thing and dude, I don't even know how to categorize it. Like honestly, I was raised on the Beatles music. I mean, I've dreamt about these people. I've had conversations with all of them through the years in my dreams, and like it's exactly as I imagined. Like as much as a surprise it is, and like
it's on Netflix, right?
It's Disney Plus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit. We'll watch
as
that shit.
Much as like as amazing as it is to see like the creative process in motion.
Yeah.
Because it's like 8 hours of them filmed over 3 weeks. You know, it's like they had total capture, dude. You know,
yeah.
They were so ahead of their time, and sort of like the vision of what they were trying to do and the content they were creating, and like to hear them talk about how they're productizing and merchandising the movie plus the TV show plus the live show plus the album. I mean, it's all about this like innovating and keeping up with the Stones. The Stones had just put out the Rock and Roll Circus.
Was this?
69.
Okay.
It's just incredible.
So they've been sitting on this footage forever.
Yeah.
And did it ever turn anything then? Is it?
I think people have seen it, like the Let It Be video. There's some footage that you'll recognize, like the roof,
from that
roof
time
concert,
period. But this is what actually,
But this is like a completely different. This is surfacing all of that content, all that footage, and so on.
That's so cool.
Figuring out how to do it. I mean, it's just amazing. But I mean, to me, it's just, I don't want to say it's like vindication on any level or like validation on any level. It's just another like, hey, if you're writing music and being creative with other like-minded people, like this is what the process is. It's like sitting together. You know, people are talking like online, there's an amazing amount of like narrative and commentary, and it's all about, oh, they don't even have their mobile phones. You know, it's like, fuck no, they don't. And like, neither do we when we're working. You know, it's like,
they don't have their mobile phones.
It's just so insane, dude.
Yeah,
and they are just literally just working together to craft these songs together as four, like, amazing musicians, dude. Paul McCartney's musicality is amazing. He is a motherfucker piano player.
No, he's a badass, dude.
Dude, he's just...
The songwriting the songs that they've written. I don't need to go there, but
yeah, it's next level, dude. And like the Beatles were only together for like 6 years, and they're like 27, dude. I mean, they're like 28. George Harrison is 26 years old, dude. Right? I mean, suck on that.
Yeah.
just sit on that for a minute. Yeah.
That's huge. That is huge.
And to see how they workshop their lyrics. I mean, they literally just hum the melody. They come up with the melody and they just find syllables that work. Like the fact that their lyrics end up being these epic canvases of like, psychedelia and whatever, like it really seems to be that they're just finding the best syllables that fit in the melodies and the spaces that they've, they've defined in their framework, and then they play these songs like hundreds of times.
Yeah. And
they're just always refining, playing it live.
Yeah.
Playing it live, man. Let It Be's no overdose. It's incredible. Just incredible.
Rad, man. Yeah, so okay.
That's what's going on in my world.
Beatles documentary.
Yeah, just that inspiration.
Highly revealed, inspiring bit of media that
Yeah.
Travelbee is
Working on Gypsy Revival mixes. I sent some stuff back to Stuart. He's the producer, man. You know, it's getting there. It's taking longer than I anticipated, but it's just the world's busy.
Well, you know, we had planned on at some point doing a mix review, so I'm always up for that, regardless whether we do it live or we just do it.
I
think people be interested to like see how we go through a mix, though. You know. And now, so I am.
Well, do this song. Let's do it with this song.
That's fine, but it's a little different when it's a mix review. So what we're doing in a mix review is we're taking something another engineer did. We're going to talk about it as friends, as fellow musicians, and kind of see if at that point then we could go and touch it up in the mix. You know, so that's different. What we will do with this song,
I like the critique. When I get the next back, we'll do this one from scratch and we'll share the process with the world here.
Right.
But then, in terms of a mix review, when he gives me back the next rendition, you know, the next batch of mixes, which are based now on overdubs.
Get on it, Stuart.
Here in Chicago, you know, we'll I'm going back to Packy's studio on December 8th. We're going to Kevin Ford's studio on January 14th, recording horns.
Okay.
Pianos and horns. And
cool.
Playing Phyllis's Musical Inn on Division on December 10th. You should come down for that. Friday night. Next Friday.
I think just pretty much everything I can make myself I will try to make myself available for, either, you know, for just play or, you know, ideally come bring out a rig and capture some footage. You know?
Yeah. Put it on the invoice, dude.
Well, I mean that's the other thing too. I mean, we kind of want to develop your playlist on this channel, so getting, you know, taking that artist interview or doing a second one, you know, and then this project, and there will be like a Travelbee playlist. Travelbee owes us a tutorial of some kind.
Dude, I figured it out.
Really?
Holy shit. I figured out. I was thinking like, okay, so if I had an opportunity to get in front of some people just for like a real quick and dirty thing, I was like, what would it be? I was like, I would want to like help people, you know, just help people like dig into like some blues riffs, you know, like how do you play over like 12-bar blues? And dude, I came up with a model. It's capital T and little t. Okay. And it's literally like the shape of a capital T.
Yeah.
On the fretboard.
Okay.
For the 1.
Yeah.
And for the 5, and then for the 4, it's a little t, the shape of a little t, and they're
I love it.
They are not pentatonic shapes really. They are. It's more about like the root and the intervals. It's not just like an excerpt of a pentatonic thing. It's like a capital T based on the 1, and you can just. But then, you know, and I'm going to show. That's what I'm going to do.
Dude, I can't wait.
That's what I'm going to do.
That sounds awesome. I think
it's hilarious, dude. I was like, holy fuck, this is it. This is my create stage thing.
Yeah.
The big T, little t. The blues.
I love it.
It's a blues methodology.
Yeah.
Big T, little t.
Dude, this is so exciting. Yeah.
Now, the thing was, I was like, I got to get a J in there. So I was trying to figure out, like, for the 5, if I could do the J. And there actually is a J, so that's going to be the...
Yeah, we got to work that in for sure.
That will be the bonus.
And then let me know when you get the BLM figured out. Or at least BL. Or Bert and Al.
No, it's really, it's funny, dude. I'm going to have a whiteboard. I'm going to, like, write the T. Like, this is your root, and then you make a T out of that. And then you just noodle it, dude.
That's so exciting. Awesome.
It is.
So, I mean, if you need any help with lights or cameras or whatever, or you want to do it here, it's totally cool. Just let me know if I can help. If not, give me that footage and we'll fucking get it going.
Sweet.
So, yeah, dude, today was our first... I released the first tutorial that Create Stage has ever done. Mm-hmm. It was a motion capture tutorial.
Yeah.
It's one of 3.
Is that from last week? The stuff you did last week, or a different approach?
So, I started tracking this. I started recording this tutorial. And I probably did like 3 hours of actual work in, you know, probably actual 3 hours of recording footage. Mm-hmm. And I went and reviewed the footage. It was just neck bone. It looked like garbage. Yeah. And the resolution was off. And this just enough to where it was like, for some reason, OBS was recording terribly. So I went through and I tightened it up and then I redid it. Mm-hmm. You know? And so I've basically finished the first one and the second one as far as the filming. I released today the first one. It's 41 minutes long, and it's cool, man. It's like, I'm just excited that we're officially giving back to this community. You know, it's cool to do the live stuff. It's very whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Just whatever happens in the time frame in which we're recording live and going live on YouTube. And it's an awesome opportunity, but we want to be able to offer like concentrated nuggets of what the fuck we do. So it's finally happening.
Well, think about it though. In the last 2 weeks, and it'll continue, right? You've got so we're gonna build tracks today. You did the artist interview last week. You just did the first this is all create stage properties, artifacts.
Last week, Daryl did he showed people how to build a power strip, basically like your own power source.
Dude,
so the board. So he had a power source that could power a lot, like a whole pedal board, right? Mm-hmm. But it was literally like the individual board that he wired up and showed everybody how to do could be for anything. It could be your 9-volt, it could be your 16-volt, it could power your phone, it could power a power strip, whatever, right? And that's the one thing. And then you've got a second need for that, and then here's another board. You do that for that. So it's really interesting, like, and I got a couple really cool responses to that. So, but then the actual first tutorial we're going to do, because we're building the 500 series kit. Well, I'm building it under the Wizards guidance, right? And so but the next tutorial that we're going to be releasing outside of part 2 of the Motion Cap is a custom walkthrough through the Rat pedal. I didn't know this.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know this because I have one for an 85, which apparently is worth like $1,200 to $1,500.
No shit.
Yeah. And so mine...
These pedals are nasty, dude.
Mine has this LED that's because they don't have LEDs. Even to this day, even the new ones don't have it. And someone put an LED, she shammed it up in through the metal casing. It wasn't even like centered, right? So I was like, well, that doesn't work. So I wanted to have the wizard look at it and just tell me what he thought about the pedal and the condition, and if he could show me how to get the LED going. So he took it apart. He started researching. He's like, this is actually based off of a JCM 800 circuit in this part of the amp. Okay, that's what the fucking Rat pedal is. And he went on and on. This is after I turned him onto it, so he could then go look it up. And then what he found was,
the
holy
wizard?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the wizard just found all this crazy information. So not only are we going to teach somebody how to build their own from scratch, right? We're going to show. It's just going to be a huge history lesson.
I'll bring my 800 over here.
We could do that too.
You can have it for evidence or some shit.
That would be great. Right? Yeah, that'd be really cool. Just to have one, live. Let's see if we can't emulate some tones with the, so perfect.
Fucking awesome.
So see how this stuff comes together.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, we're putting together a lot of great content. And dude, this guitar, this blues riff video you're talking about, the big T and the little T.
Yeah, it's gonna change.
That is so
it's
fucking incredible.
It's gonna simplify someone's approach to to where they could just get the feel. Because
I can't wait to see it for myself and just kind of work that into a perspective.
Yeah.
So it's like perspective's everything.
I've been working a lot. Actually, the whole challenge of hey, reciprocate on the review and put something together. And I was like, I wanted it to be like a nugget, like something that like a beginner or intermediate person could use just to springboard themselves into sounding fucking cool.
Yeah.
And getting out of the the world of pentatonics and scales. I don't want to talk about that shit, dude. It's just feeling the notes.
Ultimately. Yeah, I mean it's we learned
it's typical. There's so many people talking about typical
all
stuff.
Different modes of minor pentatonic, right? And you memorize that shit forward and backwards. You can do it in your sleep.
It doesn't mean you can use it.
Doesn't mean you can use it, right?
Yeah.
So and I only learned one at a time, and it was probably 5 or 6 years after I'd been playing electric guitar, where I had kind of visited another one, and then eventually kind of started working that in. So it's I have different approaches to each one, and then some of the later ones that I learned, I was just kind of So lately, as of COVID, I started just refreshing myself as one big piece, so I could just kind of see the whole thing at one time when I'm actually doing part of one or the other, and then working that into my whole, guitar hack playing the way I hack through the neck and bring notes out, to play what I feel.
It's hard, Play What You Feel is another song coming out.
Oh,
yeah. But John Mayer actually has an interview with Sammy Hagar that was just out, and my algorithm on YouTube is so obvious. So they're you'll like this. And he's funny. He has a concept where he looks at the neck at the fretboard as like neighborhoods. And he's like, you're this neighborhood, and then you get into a place that you don't know, you've never been there before, you know? I mean, of course, it's all relative and shit, but anyway.
Totally.
So his stuff is like building his own maps through the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's fucking great. Everybody's got their own concept.
Yeah,
that gets them through it.
I've got a couple of them just from, playing from when I was a little kid, like as a fucking child, like interpreting child stuff and also interpreting, music. And also, like, I was experimenting at a very young age, too, in writing and playing around. I think I wrote music before I ever played an instrument, in my head anyways. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so...
My mom told me that I didn't start speaking. I just... the first words I spoke, I recited, I sang along with Taking Care of Business, BTO.
Which part?
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah, I know. Which part?
The whole song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like, you didn't even speak, and then all of a sudden you just sang the whole song.
Taking care of business.
Yeah.
Every day.
Clock's morning at 8 in the morning. And like,
that's a fucking great song, too. That's fucking awesome.
Those guys are cool.
That's really cool. Well, the more you know about the Travel Bee.
Yeah. Big T, little T.
Yeah, that's funny. That's great.
Well, let's go hit it, dude.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to turn this mic...
You want me to hit levels for you down here, or you already did that? You want me to walk around?
No, I already did that, but why don't you just go sit on the drums?
Can you talk? Is there a talkback?
No. I mean, there could be.
Should I log on to the live stream so I can hear you?
No, because it's delayed. It doesn't matter.
All right.
No, dude, I set everything up. We should be good.
Yeah.
I say we go jam for a little bit, and then we'll check the levels just to make sure nothing's like crazy and we're actually getting everything.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm just going to set it up here, and then I'll be right out. All right, so we got live on view. I'm going to leave this screen here, but I'll make it small. It looks like that camera's blurry. That's no good. Meow. Turn this mic off. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, 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 bup.
YouTube standards.
go bring a pedal down for you for distortion. You know? Okay. That,
whatever, man.
that'll give us the fucking you're looking for.
Well, you know the edge work. I don't know, dude. Might not need it. All right.
That's the A part, and then yeah. So it just goes boom, 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 boom. Yeah, just so I just want you to do it a couple times. Because once you do it back and simplify it. That way we kind of hear it for a while like that, and there's nothing in it. There's no leads or riffs. It's just right. But I mean, that's what I mean. Like 4 times or 8 times. Still actually trying to write and cultivate the notes there. Let's just do it 8 times then. You know, 8 times each. Switch. 8 times. Dig it down. 1, 2, 3, and. That was 4.
Is that right then?
Bet my life on it. Why do you think I stop? Change! We go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
We're good.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pee real quick.
I mean, I gotta like transition.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Take your time, bro. I just want to be able to like jam on both simple parts, just where you're doing the bass riffs, and I can just fucking get into it, and we can kind of go from there. We'll do that for like, I don't know, 128 bars, and then we could just fuck around. Maybe listen to it. In fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check on it real quick. You're gonna stop playing your riff the second I start playing? Alright, so what are we doing? That's dope. No, we just recorded all of that, so yeah. Everything's on tape, brother.
Okay. That's a level for you. I like this sound. I couldn't work with the heavier sound.
Really?
For whatever reason.
Turn it up. Turn the guitar all the way up. The guitar all the way up.
Guitar's all the way up.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. The other night. Here, turn the distortion up. Trying to get us a decent signal so it sounds good live, and it's also we have something to actually monitor back.
When we count the riff.
right, well, that's not how we played it, but it can be. No, that's fine. So, okay, just for, you'll simplify it. Yeah, that's fine. So that's essentially that part's 8 times, and the other part's 4 times.
Well, let's make it, I don't know. Like that part's different. So let's keep it the same.
I think you should, if that's 1, then you should play that 2 times, and we should play the other part 4 times.
Okay.
In my opinion, just to work it back and forth.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into that. There's something more that I can do.
But literally, dude, I'm just trying to jam on the 2 parts, So. Is it turned up all the way? Jam off by yourself.
No,
I wasn't jamming with you. You were playing by yourself, and then I waited for the change. You didn't change, and I'm like, fuck this. That's what happened.
But that riff that we just landed on is
It's just a riff. It's just like you jamming over the song that we're trying to get familiar with. So you stop playing that part. I'm like, cool, he's gonna stall a little bit. We should go back into the change.
into the right part. But I went back into the riff.
And you just kept fucking playing a new riff. How are we working on the song? Plus I broke a stick.
Good. We needed a break. No, but thank you for your patience, brother.
Well, I just want to do what we say we're gonna do, so we can get used to the song. Cause I'm gonna get used to the song by playing it back and forth and jamming just between the 2 parts.
Yeah, I just wanted. My brain's having a hard time.
Brain's having a hard time.
My brain's having a hard time.
Your brain's having a hard time being a brain.
I'm trying to brain here, man. The brain remains the same. Oh no. Put out the flag, I think.
Yeah.
jamming needs to be a little bit more expressive, let yourself flow in a simpler, smaller part for this purpose. So when we go through it, what we have all these different ideas within these boundaries, right? And then we can fucking start adding shit all day, but until we get the foundation down. It's about work ethic, personally. There's one way to do it, and that's right. Thank you. Yeah, so you want to listen to that and just kind of vibe on it for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you put a bass on that.
Yeah, dude, well,
That's going to be nice.
Sure. Yeah, I know it's going to sound good. It's just, but I think we're doing this in case we get something that's worth fucking making a song, but mostly just so we can do the live show. It'll sound great. And we have really great reference material. Shopping around, be like, oh, I mean, this is pretty easy 4-4. So 8 and 4.
I just like there's no fucking tempo clicking.
Yeah. No,
I think ultimately that's the direction. I want to get away from this like click stupid shit.
Well, I mean, dude, honestly, like, I'd like to have a click, but just have it be, like, they've got the vibrating click drum.
I know.
So I know that I'm on time. And then you can just fucking play with me. I'm fine with that, but I just want to make sure that we're in relative time, we don't slip too much, so we can easily layer all sorts of really dope shit on. But I hear you. Being like, dick, dope, dick. It's like,
Yeah.
what's up?
The good thing is that's not how the deal is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Yeah, there we go. I get it.
Sometimes, you know,
That's not a
sometimes you need a minute, bro. Sometimes you gotta break into the beat yet. I'm seriously, you hear that, right? I mean, the notes that work, right? Those notes are funky.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not based on a mode or thing. It's like you do the sixth and the minor third and the
Oh, it's
fifth.
really cool.
And it's only
I can't wait to just kind of like fuck with it myself.
Yes.
And just kind of see how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing, especially with blues. It's like any great twist your finger is like a different sound, a different vibe, you know, a different reaction.
You hear a harmonica on that?
Yeah, we should get fucking hyper hard for fucking
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like built up. No.
Hey, where are the suits?
He has the original suit. There wasn't the suit. There was the,
Wait,
okay, so
at one point didn't we buy like 40 of them?
I have all that. It's in. What are we gonna do? We can make suits or we got a shitload of fucking. What they are is what we need is LED strips, right? And we put them inside of this sleeve. It's like silicone netting, right? Then inside of that is all these silicone beads. So the LED strip is inside of this like beaded tube, and so it just looks like a light tube. You know, because of the fusion with the light, with the beads and shit. Yeah. Yeah, shit happens. Let's see other shit. What the fuck? want to listen to that and just kind of vibe on it for a minute?
That was cool. That
I
was
was
really cool.
major slacking, dude.
To my point, okay, is that throughout that, you know, we're starting to kind of get somewhere. Like, I need time as a drummer to be able to, like, vibe out with you, and you need that experience with me one-on-one. So that's a good exercise. And now we have a whole lot of cool shit.
I'm not arguing with you.
So now we got, like, you know, something we could actually start tracking. We didn't need to do the cut and paste thing, because obviously we only do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, now that I hear it, I like it. What to do with it? I hear vocals over the top of it in a wild way. I mean, what's the create stage purpose?
Why don't I render this, and then we can both write vocals to it, and then we'll compare notes after we did that, because they're gonna be totally different. Maybe we'll do one and the other, or maybe we'll use them both.
Cool. So
you know what I mean? What a cool experiment there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what I would like to do today is like get it like when I was like here, listen to this. That was where I alternated the went up high for that.
I heard that.
Turn on. I wanna develop those ideas. So if we're gonna work musically on this tune anymore tonight, I would like to explore that, and we could do it with going from one to the other, A B.
It's a jam. Yeah.
Let's do that. I just want to develop
that's
that
great.
because I think there's something really cool there, and it sets it up so that the synths, dude, are harmonizing with that.
I mean, that was you just went up an octave, so
No, but I'm thinking about it like I'm doing like the intervals and
we
the
can do
harmonizing.
anything, and I totally
I know.
agree. Yeah, I totally agree though. I mean, it's a wide open. It's such a cool jam. The two things are like, I mean, it's like, yeah, you're hearing like I like you did mention Robin Trower. I can kind of hear that because he has that kind of like
I hear that voice.
epic fucking
Not the guitar
kind
player,
of
the
hook.
singer. Yeah.
You know, I don't hear his voice at all, but I hear the style of songwriting that he makes,
Yeah.
which is similar to this like funky jam, and then it goes in this really deep soulful fucking change. Yeah,
Heavy metal.
Right. It's almost like it's almost like
Yeah.
a fucking metal riff, you know.
Metal Rainbow.
Keep that one for another person to work with. Metal Rainbow. Maybe that's your that's Travel B's alter ego. Metal Rainbow. Dude, we got it. So Travel B, the spaceship. He's got a bug. He's the most powerful intellectual being, even though he's artificial, in the universe. Period. That we know of, because we're going to different planets and shit like that. But he's the most powerful fucking being in the universe. And he's a fucking badass spaceship too, and he has a bug, a very small bug, but it's interesting. And it's kind of an alter ego, and its name is Metal Rainbow. Yeah!
Alright, dude, I like it.
That sounds fucking awesome, man. That makes sense.
Cartoony. Very
Exactly,
animated.
dude. Alright, I'm gonna shut this, should we...
Yeah, the show's over, right?
Well, it is when I say it is. So I just want to say thank you for whomever has watched this far.
Yeah.
We've come up with some good ideas, and I don't know if you heard how we got through this, that, and the other. I'm sure there was some vocals you could hear clearly from the live room. But I'm Burton L. This is Create Stage. We got Travel Beat up on it. And thank you, love your show. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow. Subscribe, follow, whatever. All right, love your show.